right now I'm working on part K51. No, K41. And it is very, very important that a person knows what is sprue and what is actually part of the part. This is such an unusual shape. And yeah, if I'm not careful here, I'm going to accidentally be cutting off a piece of part. So anyway, we'll get it. At least we'll get the worst of it. Coffee time. It's cold, but it's good. There are 8 guns. This is the last of the 8. There's 2 little pieces of flashing that have to be taken off. On the barrel here, there's a little piece, and right here, this little piece that I'm actually holding on to. Now, unfortunately, one of the guns broke. Now, you might say I broke it, but I don't know how I did it, because all I did was basically pick it up, and it practically fell apart. I was being very careful. Anyway, I'll see if I can't put my macro lens on, and we'll remove these 2 little pieces of flashing here. Okay, first we'll do the one near the breech. Maybe I can turn it here. You might be able to see that there's actually a little tiny protrusion that comes off of the bottom of the gun there that you don't actually remove. And got to get it straightened around here. Okay, I think we're ready to snip. You can see a little piece of flashing there came off. Okay, now we'll try and get the one off the barrel here. And I could do it crossways like this, but that's not the way I've been doing them. I'll show you the way I've been doing it. Okay, this is kind of difficult, but this is the way I've been doing it. Okay. I hope you can see that. There's just a little tiny piece of sprue right there, and I'm not even going to attempt to try and sand that off because there's a chance I could break the barrel. And sadly, this is the one that got broken. Obviously right there. I don't think there's any way I can glue that back together. There's probably a way, but I can't do it. So anyway, okay, here's K41, K53, and photo-etch C37. Now, you would think, okay, first of all, this has to go this way. Okay, you would think that what a person could do is you could just lay this one on here and then take this piece and, you know, fit it in the way it's supposed to go. But I think once again I'm going to do it upside down, and I'm going to hold this piece here in a clip. Okay, now because this piece here is upside down, these pieces also have to be upside down. Okay. And I'm just doing a dry run here. This should go something like this. Yeah, that fits. And this one would go on top. I think it'll probably go down on there once there's a little bit of solvent on that little peg. It should just sort of adjust itself accordingly. At least that's the plan. There we go. Wrong way. There. No, this doesn't want to go on. Maybe I have to do it with my finger here, give it a little bit of extra force here. There we go. Okay, just make sure that it's straight. Looks straight to me. I think it pretty much looks like its picture. Sure, a funny looking little part. Okay, now these two pieces here are supposed to be like a mirror image of each other. I believe this one goes on this side, and this one here will go on this side. Makes sense to me. Looks like that's the way it's supposed to go. And then this little piece right here goes in that hole. And the same with this one on this side. Goes on the other side. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with a camera. So I'm going to do it off camera. And I'll be using my fingers. Okay, I think I got it. Looks good to me anyway. When I am editing out my video, I often see stuff that I don't see even when I'm wearing my magnifying hood. And what I didn't notice was that when I glued this together, the platform wasn't exactly straight. And I'm sure that some of you also noticed that, but are too polite to quickly comment. However, well, I shouldn't say too polite. If you wanted to comment, that's okay. Anyway, I've straightened it. I was afraid that maybe I couldn't. I was afraid I might bend the photo etch part here trying to straighten it, but I think I've got it straightened out now. But also what I noticed was, and just let me get the parts here, my broken cannon barrel here Okay, first of all, I didn't have it oriented right. In other words, the barrel should have been the other way around. But I was thinking afterwards, you know, maybe I could glue that together. And I was thinking I'd take a piece of cereal box paper, and if I was to sort of crease it, okay, now, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'll tape it down. Then I lay the parts in the crease so that they're going to stay straight. And then I just put a minute amount of CA glue where the break is, and let the CA harden. I know there's going to be like a little blob there, but I think you get my drift here. It might work. Now the other thing I was thinking of doing was taking something like a pin and cutting it the right length and gluing it on the side, and nobody's going to notice that it's not the right thing. So if gluing this together doesn't work, well, then I'll do the pin or a piece of wire trick, and nobody's going to know the difference. Okay, let's put one that isn't broken here for orientation. You'll notice I keep dropping these things. The reason being is that I'm scared that if I squeeze too hard, I'm going to misform the plastic. And these tweezers do not lend themselves to picking up small parts, even though they do seem to do it. You have to squeeze them too hard to get them to come together. I don't think that a jeweler would actually have tweezers that are this hard to... Oh no. Well, I gotta look for it. It pinged off on me. Okay, I found it. I was lucky. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, jeweler's tweezers. These ones are just too hard to squeeze together, and in other words, the spring here is just too stiff. That's my opinion. Now, so how can we lay this so it'll be the same orientation as the other one? Okay. So I think this barrel is supposed to go this direction here. This end here kind of matches up with this end here. I'll stick my macro lens on. We'll get in a little closer. Okay. Let's see if we can do a dry run here. I don't know, maybe it's not quite in the right position here. Oh, what's that? Okay. Now if I was to drop a drop of CA glue, I keep trying to get it better and all I'm doing is messing it up again. Okay. Now, can I put a little bit of CA glue right there without the part sticking to the needle? I'm wondering if maybe what I should be doing is, you know what, I think I'm going to have to tape these parts down. I'm pretty sure I got the orientation right. In other words, this piece is supposed to go into this piece. But I'm almost positive that as soon as I touch, try to get the CA glue to get on the joint there, one of these pieces, if not both of them, is going to stick to the needle. When I pull the needle away, they're going to come with it. Okay, now I have tweaked and poked around on this thing as only I can do. And I think I've got it about as close as I can get it. It's not perfectly aligned, but when I get it perfectly aligned, then I can't get it together. So my hope is that the little blob of CA glue that I'm going to try to put right there is going to hold it together. Okay. Very gently now. Maybe I should check the screen. I might be overdoing it here. And there's a gap in the back. I can see it, but I don't think you can see it. It's quite a large gap there, and I'm hoping that I can build it up with CA glue. Well, actually, I can see that gap back here is pretty bad. Let's try and put a little bit more on. Try and fill it up. See, what happens is when I remove the needle, the gap exposed gets you know, it doesn't fill in the gap, it doesn't stay. See, the front on your side that you can see, that's pretty good. But oh well, let's see what happens there. Now, if you will remember, we concluded that the accelerator does not hurt the plastic, so give it a shot here. Try not to get any on the lens. You know, one of the viewers made the suggestion, why don't you put the accelerator on the part and then attach the... I'd like to be able to fill up that gap in the back here. There. I did it. Now with some accelerator. Okay, let's try and very carefully release something here. Okay, now you're seeing it from the other side the way I was seeing it. It's actually quite strong. It's a little bit crooked. I don't know if I dare try to straighten it or not. Well, whatever I do decide to do is going to have to wait until episode 118. So, once again, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.